Hey, everybody. Welcome. So happy to have you guys here. Sorry, I guess we're only 1 minute late technically, but just this kind of a preface right now. For whatever reason, when I started trying to get hooked up today, everything was wonky. Sound was coming out of the wrong places instead of like my headphones. It was going through the speakers, and sometimes it was supposed to be coming through the speakers, going through the headphones. My camera just crapped out entirely, and it was a lot of unplugging and plugging back in, a lot of rebooting stuff. I think we have everything fixed. Fingers crossed. I think we have everything fixed. But if at some point there's kind of a panic moment, you guys know how the stream works. It never works right. So for whatever reason, something always goes wrong. But hopefully everything goes great because we have a great guest today. Everybody say hi to Brad Hickey. Say hi, Brad.
Hey guys, good to see you. I'm glad to be here to talk with y'all.
So this is Brad, and he and I got connected. One of the volunteers at Save Point, Lewis. Lewis, if you're out there, you're awesome. Thanks. Hey, Johnny, man, good to see you. Glad you're here, Johnny. Lewis sent me a podcast that was about digital ministries, and I listened to it, and it was great. And one of the guys who had a lot of really, really good things to say in this podcast that really just spoke to me was some dude named Brad Hickey. And I was like, oh man, I want to talk to this guy. And Lewis was like, yeah, you should totally get in contact with him. So I did. And Brad and I had a nice meeting, nice chat and talk and whatnot. And overall, there's some really cool stuff going on in Sioux City, Iowa, particularly at Dordt with digital ministries and I guess let's not so much digital ministries as much as caring for gamers, caring for nerds. And I wanted you guys to be able to meet and talk to them. So Brad, hey man, tell us a little about yourself. Tell us a little bit about, start with yourself. Tell us a little bit about yourself, my friend.
I am a lifelong gamer, originally from California most of my life. I grew up near the northern coast area and recently transplanted with my family. I have a lovely wife who I've been married to for almost 25 years now, and two lovely daughters that are 13 and 16 who keep me busy. And now I am the gaming director here at Dordt University in Northwest Iowa, a place I never thought I would end up, but I'm super happy to be here.
The gaming director, if that doesn't tell you that cool things are happening at this college, then I don't know what does, So he's the gaming director here at Dordt University. So let's hit on that for just a second here before we talk about Covenant Christian Reformed. What is it? What is the gaming director? What do you do? And how did you come to get this role? Why did Dordt feel that there was a need for a gaming director?
Yeah, great questions. Well, I wrote my dissertation. So I have a PhD, and I decided to write mine on gaming because I felt like it was something that the church doesn't really recognize, the value of the gaming community and gaming Christians and that sort of thing. So I wrote a book on it, and through a large number of circumstances, Dordt University got in contact with me because they were having an addiction problem. They called it at Dordt University, and through that conversation, I started to tell them about, well, have you ever thought about the fact that gaming may be actually not just not a bad thing, but actually something that's a real big part of the kingdom, and how do we train people to do it well and to use it to glorify God? And they were really open-minded to that, and so we decided to give this whole thing a try at Dordt University, where they brought me over at first to do esports, but nobody was interested in esports, and so we thought, well, what is going to be successful? And it turns out the students here, what they really wanted was a community to belong, to really be taken seriously, and to be trained to think about, what really does my faith have to do with my gaming? Does it have anything to do with that? And so, yeah, it's basically grown. We have classes on gaming and faith that we go deeper and look at what video games are in the modern era. And we have all sorts of stuff. We're working on a 2-year certification to help train Christian leaders. We have all sorts of events. Yeah, it's been a blast. We've grown to about 150 members in about, I would say, a year and a half.
Man, that's awesome. That's so cool. I mean, you're talking about this, that they want community. That's what they really wanted, was people to get around with. And when you and I were talking about this before, you and I had a real passionate conversation because you and I are both passionate about this exact same thing. But I was like, yes, like that's exactly what Save Point exists for. Is there are so many gamers of various sorts, nerds in general out there who just want community, but because there are so few physical communities that are so open and welcome to that, so many of us retreat to the internet. We go to the internet and you can easily find a community there. That's nothing. It's a few, keystrokes away. And that's great. I love that. I love online communities, but it's different than a physical one. And the fact that Dordt stepped up and is like, yeah, you know what? Maybe we do need this physical community. Maybe we do need that. Make it happen, Brad. Dude, that's so cool. Like I'm makes me so hopeful that other Christian colleges will pick up on this. And if not having a full like gaming director, at least have somebody there who's like, hey, make a gaming club, make a gaming group, whatever it is, do something. All right. Okay. So tell me a little bit about Covenant Christian Reformed, because you were also telling me before, and again, we'll get more into this and we'll dig deeper as to the why, but that this is the first place that you have felt kind of fully accepted and, in community at least in a long time, if not ever. So tell me a little bit more about Covenant Christian.
Yeah, you know what? It has been such an unexpected joy and pleasure to be able to come to Northwest Iowa and find almost impossibly this wonderful little church that they're very warm and welcoming. People often say that it's cliche, but this is the first time I've really felt that there's this authentic spirit there where what Pastor Joel, who is the head pastor here, and all the elders and leaders, what they really want is for people to come in and just belong to a place and to truly support each other as we have questions, as we work out what our own individual faith journeys look like. Very caring about children and trying to create this sort of atmosphere where from the young to the old that they are a meaningful part of this community, and that we look after each other. So it's just really been a fantastic time over the last, I think we've been there for about 9 or 10 months, and yeah, it's been wonderful.
That's awesome. That's spectacular, man. Well, I'm so happy to have you here. We're going to talk a lot more about Dordt and about what you guys do with your gaming group and what Covenant Christian is like. But for now, do you want to play some Stardew Valley?
Oh man, I've never played it before, so I'm super excited to dive in.
Okay. So here's the way that this works here, guys, is that I need to find a... right, I gotta click back on the game. I need to find like the join invite code. There it is. Okay, so hang on. I'm gonna go ahead and just tell you. Wow, how do I get that? That's a long invite code. Let me see. How do I get that invite code? Let me check here, because it's really long. Options, maybe. See, guys, this happens every time. I should have double checked to see. Oh, show invite code. Here it is. Okay. So I'm going to type this into our chat here. Hey, in fact, I'm going to go ahead and come back over here for a second. That way people in chat don't try to jump in our game and take your spot. So here we go. It is, I was about to tell you, I was about to say it out loud. That would kind of defeat the purpose. Okay, that looks correct right there. So you should be able to copy and paste that into your... Oh, wrong one. Sorry, chat. There we go. You should be able to copy and paste that into your join in like the hub there and join the game. It should be SP Farms a lot is what I think I called it.
It's currently saying connecting.
Cool. We'll go with that. So, chat, if you guys have never played Stardew Valley before, I have exactly 1 hour of experience with it. I was playing with Dan Locke a while back, one of our guests, and about halfway through the stream, he and I realized that we both really enjoy Marvel Snap, and that Marvel Snap had just released their multiplayer mode that you can actually go in and choose somebody to play with. And here, and I'm like, tell you what, let's finish what we're doing in Stardew and go jump into Marvel Snap. So we did that. All that to say that Brad has never played before. I have 1 full hour of experience, but what I can tell you is that it is kind of a little bit of a farm sim, a little bit of just a life sim game where there's a lot of talking to people and chatting and learning about them and getting them gifts and whatnot. Meanwhile, you are also creating a farm. So that's kind of what we got going on here. Brad, how's that looking?
It is continuing to say connecting. I went back one time and re-entered it, and it comes to the same screen again.
Just says connecting.
Yep, that's all it's doing.
Oh man, this is
And now it just said a connection failed.
dang it. Okay, hang on. Let me double check my. In fact, we're gonna trust the chat here. Do you have the stream up right now?
No, I do not.
Yeah, go to twitch.tv/savepointmin. And I'm just going to pop up the invite code right there on the screen and let you take a look at it and make sure. Oh, wait. Copied to clipboard. Okay, there. Oh, I didn't realize I could just copy it to my clipboard. Okay. Hey, chat. Things are going to get wonky for a second here while I paste this into. No, so I had it right the first time. Dang. Again, it never goes smoothly. The streams cannot go smooth. That's the rule. Is guest streams always have to get complicated.
Let's see. All right. So it was. I mean, so it's what you put into the message, right?
Yep. Yeah. So you should just be able to literally just copy and paste it into. Make sure that you don't have like my mistake last time was I copied a space at the end of it, a blank space. And so I had to make double sure that I was copying just the text.
Again. All right, let's see. Saying connecting again.
All right, I believe.
And connection failed.
Oh no. Okay, that's great. I wonder. I doubt it has. Hang on, let me see something here real quick. Did you ever send me a? Man, do you play Marvel Snap? I just saw your comment in the chat there.
Oh yes, I love that game. It's my current favorite.
Dude, it's so good. We may, hey chat, I'm so sorry. We may have to default to Marvel Snap again because that's how life is treating us right now. Let me double check that it's not the fact that we have to be friends on Xbox Live. Did you ever send me that friend request?
I believe I did.
Okay, let me see if I never accepted it because I'm a doofus. So let's see here. There it is. This is. Oh, there it is. Okay. We are officially friends now. Try one more time. Let's see if that makes a difference for some reason. If not, we'll just default to Marvel Snap. Which has really been my default as is anyway.
And there it is.
It worked?
It worked.
Yeah! Hey! There, that was the problem. My fault. I'm so sorry. Welcome, man. Hey, so you should be in a little cabin right now. Is that where you're at?
It's asking me to fill out my information. I'm going
Oh,
through that
yeah. Oh, you
quickly.
can create your character. That's right.
Okay, so now I'm in my bed inside my little hut.
Yeah. Come on out. You should be in the cabin right next to mine, if I remember correctly. Hey! What's up, man? Welcome.
Hey, thank you. It's good to be here.
Did you have some seeds in inside of your house, like a little box? Or maybe come and check in my house. Maybe you can open the box in my house. Oh, the box isn't there anymore. Check in my house and or your house for a little box and see if there are some seeds.
Yes, I have some.
Nice. You can come plant them out here. I started digging a little farm area for us. What kind of seeds do you have?
I have parsnip seeds.
Nice. So there. So all you got to do is just select them in your hotbar at the bottom there, and just place them wherever, and then you can select your watering can and just go around watering them. And that's it. And now, chat, this is about as much as I know Stardew Valley, what I've got going on here, that you plant and then water. And then, you can also come back to the lake over here, your little pond, and refill your water. But now we're just going to get to explore together. We're going to get to figure out how this works together.
Sounds
so come
good.
on, let's go into town. Let's say hi to people. Oh, wait, actually, getting started. Cultivate and harvest the parsnip. Okay. We're on to that. And instructions. Introduce people. Go meet people in town. So let's go do that. So the whole, the basic story is that our grandfather passed, and it's basically a Hallmark movie. You know, we're big city life people, and then our grandfather passes, and he's like, I left you a farm. And so now we have to go and tend to the farm. Check out the calendar. Man, it's a chill town when everybody's birthday is listed on the town calendar. Like, everybody. So, oh, dang it. I can't, I forgot that I can't mod. We got people trying to put ads in the, in the chat here. Whatever, it's fine. No, thank you. Okay, let's go in here and say hi. Let's greet people. Let's see, what does Leah sound like? I don't know about you, Brad. I do voices. She's got a nasal voice. Hello, it's nice to meet you. Oh, that's it. She just says hello. That's it. Okay, cool. This guy, welcome to Pierre's. Need some supplies. That's Pierre.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. Okay, so Pierre sells some stuff here, but we don't have any money. Oh, we have 500 monies. What should we buy, dude? We got bean starter, cauliflower seeds, potato seeds, all kinds of stuff.
What sounds appealing? Like, do you like potatoes or?
I do like potatoes. You said you had potatoes for breakfast this morning, right?
For lunch.
For lunch,
yes,
yeah.
They're delicious. Yeah. What? Do you want some of those?
I'm gonna plant some potatoes. That sounds real good. Let's see. Oh, do we share money? Buy some stuff and see if you like our joint money goes down.
How do you buy? Like, where do you click?
You can just go up to the front, and then. Oh, Pierre left. Where'd he go? Oh, hey, it's Mr. Oh, my name is Farm Boy, by the way. Hey, it's Mr. Farm Boy, the new farmer and Pierre, owner of the local general store. If you're looking for seeds, my shop is the place to go. I'll also buy produce from you for a good price. Hey, Pierre, can you get behind the counter? What's your problem, dude?
What happened to him?
He just bailed. He doesn't.
Not a very responsible owner.
No joke. Hello, you must be Farm Boy, the new farmer. I'm Caroline. You just walk around, say hi to people. Oh, I'm not good enough friends with Abigail to enter her bedroom. That's fair. That's fair. Hopefully we have to be more than friends for me to enter her bedroom.
No kidding.
All right.
Is this a church?
Yeah, looks like it. Oh, hey. And that's the Ark of the Covenant, obviously, right there. It's
They found it.
They found it, and here it is. Dude, my family just watched Raiders of the Lost Ark last night. It was the first time ever watching it for my kids, and it's so good. It's so fun. And we get to the end, and of course, you know, my 8-year-old, we tell her, hey, you might want to close your... Have you seen Raiders of the Lost Ark, Indiana Jones?
Yes.
Okay. So we get to the end, and we got to go back because nighttime hits, and we got to sleep at night. Otherwise, at a certain point, we get exhausted and literally just pass out. So...
Well, that's not good.
But we get to the end where they open the ark, and we tell our 8-year-old, like, hey, you may want to cover your eyes in this part. And of course, one dude's face shrinks into his own skull, and another dude melts, and another dude's head explodes. And she's like, no, I loved that. That was great. What are you talking about? Let's.
That's so cool. We actually, my wife is a huge Harrison Ford fan. So in our movie room, she has required us to get 3 movie poster size of the first Star Wars, and then on the other side is movie posters of all the Indiana Jones.
I
So
love that. That's
yeah,
awesome.
it's
Oh, also in the lower right hand corner is a green bar with an E above it. That is your energy. And as you are farming and doing stuff, it will take energy away. And I think, as far as I know, for now, sleeping is the only way to regain your energy. So you can like do stuff all day until your energy is totally drained, and then go and talk to people and chat and whatever else, then go to sleep for the night. So let's clear out our farm a little bit here. And hey, while we're clearing out our farm, why don't you tell me a little bit about Covenant Christian, what kind of church you guys are, about how many people go there, type of worship, things like that.
absolutely. So yeah, I'm not certain about how many total people we have, but I think it's roughly around, if everyone was in the building, maybe around 200.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, we have a wide range of ministries and that sort of thing. It's really interesting how wherever you are in age wise or whatever, there's things like going on a picnic together, or taking like boats down a river, to kind of bond us together and get to know each other.
Mm-hmm.
There's lots of different things for different ages on if you want to go deeper, like catechism and other stuff like that, like whether it's doing youth group stuff, like it's very much a social, like help oriented, to go out and find out people that are needing help or wanting support, and then the youth group kind of gets into action and goes and help them. And so
That's awesome.
yeah, absolutely.
What kind of ministries do you guys have? Anything in particular, like youth group and small groups, or anything like nerd specific at all?
Yeah, what's very interesting about Sioux Center, which is where we're in Sioux Center in Northwest Iowa, and one of the most fascinating things to me since I've come here is that this community is very into board games. You
Oh,
have professors who go to my church. So our church is I would say there's a lot of professors from our local college where I work. And so there is a long tradition of people getting together for all sorts of board games. I mean, you go into a lot of the people's rooms and the leaders' rooms here, and in their house, and they have entire rooms dedicated to board games. And you're talking about the traditional ones like Sorry and Monopoly, to things like Gloomhaven and Photosynthesis and Wingspan, and like people are always playing all the time. And so that's one
awesome.
thing I think is so special about our church, is we're constantly talking about how do we make our church more friendly to gamers and people who love play, because that's something where our heart is. So that's really fascinating to me. But yeah, and so those are just some of the things. We have ministries for children. We have youth ministries where they have, I think it's weekly, they meet. And then they have things where the elders will come to, they're assigned to certain families, and they have meetings probably about 2 or 3 times a year where they just get together for dinner and spend time together. And the pastor will often spend a lot of time with younger Christians, like doing, like I said, catechism, or
Mm-hmm.
going a little bit deeper. And then we meet. I think we have two services on Sundays. So it just feels like there's so many things that are really geared towards either cooperating with other churches, getting to know each other, and spending time together. And then, again, this side element of games, which is becoming more and more pronounced, which is so interesting.
It's got to be. How do I? There's got to be a way. Right now, as far as crafting goes, I can only craft one thing at a time, and that's weird. There's got to be a better way to do that. Hey, Chad, if you know a better way to craft than just doing one thing at a time like I'm doing, let me know. But until then, I'm just going to be doing this. But, man, I love when churches do that, when they just recognize like, hey, uh, playing is fun, and people enjoy that. And so what are ways that we can play together and have community, like casual, just fun community together? It's weird. This is stuff that we talk about in almost every stream with our guests, but it's good to be spoken about as often as possible. Is it's weird how long the church has neglected games, if not like not including youth group, because youth groups always have games, but they're community specific things. Playing games is like actively, specifically community based. And yet for so long, so many churches have been like, no, none of that here. That's for kids. It's weird.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's one of those things that the church often forgets. There's actually a lot of people in the history of the church who have talked a lot about play and its value to the kingdom and how it's important for us to be healthy. Um, and I think that one of one of my favorite things about, when we actually start getting into like play in the Bible and everything, to even think about how God plays, how even in creation, God wasn't, uber serious. He was spontaneous and free. It had delighted as he started putting constellations together and thinking about us millions of years later or whatever, however long it was, and thinking about, how am I going to design this in a way that is enjoyable for people like us today, beautiful and good and true. And I think that what's so exciting is that we can look at God as an example of play, that God himself is playful and creative, but it's always responsible. It's always loving and kind. Um, and I think that just has so much to say to us as gamers today, that, we are free to be able to play these video games and enjoy them. That God himself probably delights when we do a great Smash game, and there's like elbowing, the Archangel Michael and saying, "Did you see that amazing smash move when they're using Donkey Kong?" Like, whoa, like why not? Why wouldn't he delight in that sort of thing? But he's always wanting us to use them in a way that glorifies him and that is helping him spread, his love to other people. And I think there's so much potential for games to do so much good in our communities. So it's really exciting for me.
I love that. And again, you're absolutely right in as much as there's so much potential there. There's so much there that we could be doing if we kind of just got over the idea that it's, for kids only or whatever. If we kind of let ourselves chill for a bit. I think a lot of what happens is that, and my wife and I were talking about this recently because of The Chosen, of all things. You watched The Chosen, the TV show?
I have not yet. I've heard a lot about it though.
We'll talk about that more in a second, because man, do I have things to say about that right now. But The Chosen depicts very casual human interactions between biblical people. Oh, right, my energy is almost out. Dang it. I got to make sure that I'm chilling. Here, I'll let you do the chopping now, and I'm going to do... so using the scythe does not use any energy at all. So I'm just going to stick with the scythe. You can see that I am just building fences around our crops. Parsnips are up top, and then potatoes are right here next to it. Oh, we also need to water. I don't think watering takes up energy. Let me see. It does. It takes energy to water for some reason. So I'll let you do... I'm just going to... it even takes energy to fill our water. Jeez. I'm just going to use the scythe now to clear our area, and I'll let you water plants and build fences. But anyway, The Chosen depicts really casual interactions between the disciples and Jesus and whatnot, and they laugh and they joke with each other. And I think the most famous one for theologians who know is when Jesus calls James and John the sons of thunder. And if you try to read that in a very like staid, video output is frozen. Dude, what is happening with my setup here? Cool. Thank you for the heads up, Wandering Knight. Let me see if I can fix that real quick here. Give me just a second. I have been having to legit close and reopen, or not close and reopen, like close and recreate captures on my OBS, and I have no idea why. It has been so wild. Sure, we'll do that. Anyway, where Jesus calls James and John the sons of thunder, that's a joke. Like he's kind of poking, teasing fun at them because they had just recently asked him to bring down like lightning on the Pharisees. And so we see these moments of laughter and play, but in scripture they don't communicate because, let's see. No, still not displaying. Oh, wait. Hey, there we go. Wandering Night. Let me know if that looks like it's coming up on my end. Let me know if it's coming up on yours. In scripture, we like to read it in such like a serious, cool. Thanks, man. A serious mindset, like a serious tone of mind. But I really appreciate how The Chosen shows so much just casual joking and friendship between Jesus and the apostles. And
That's amazing. I didn't know about that.
oh, dude. And it shows us again the play, that there is play in among Jesus and his disciples and whatnot. I'm gonna go to sleep because I am out of energy. We didn't talk to anybody, but that's fine. Also, we should go talk to tomorrow. There's a guy who wants to give us a fishing rod, so we'll go talk to him. Yeah,
exciting.
But yeah, dude, do you like do you got some gold? Cool. Intake any like a lot of Christian media, like Pure Flix or anything like that?
No, I can't say that I do.
Oh yeah, it's raining. That means that we don't have to water for the day. Samesies, mostly because, and this is a 100% preference thing. I will say that straight up. I find it to be propagandistic instead of actually attempting to create worship and to create art for the sake of worship. I feel like it's trying to force the art to praise God rather than praising God and then making art. Anyway, that's my personal opinion. So I don't watch a lot of like Pure Flix and things like that, but The Chosen is one that I was afraid was going to be like that for the longest time. And so I avoided it. But so many people kept telling me how good it is, how good it is. And finally I was like, all right, cool. Let's go check out let's go watch this show. Dude, it is so good. It is so well made. The writing is so beautiful. The actors, I don't know where I'm going. Hang on. Where's my map? The actors, I think we are going the right direction. Yeah, here we go. The actors are fine. They're pretty good actors. I'm not going to say anything against them, but when they talk about Jesus, they're like some of the best acting I've seen, because you can tell that these people aren't acting anymore. They're talking about their actual encounters with Christ and how much they love Jesus. And it's like these really, really heartfelt moments where they're brought to tears by, their encounters with Christ. They just happen to be saying it from the perspective of Mary of Magdalene or of, Andrew or whatever else. And it's so good.
That's amazing. Now you've convinced me. I might have to look at that tonight.
Dude, and if it's number one, I think it's on Netflix. And then, if you don't have Netflix, on Angel TV is an app, and it is a free app. And then, at least for me, I assume it's like this for everybody, that people donate money to Angel TV to make The Chosen free. And so every time you start an episode, it'll say, "This has been made for you by Bethany S." And then you get to watch it for free. And you say, "Thanks, Bethany. I appreciate you," or whatever else. So, yeah, Wandering Night.
That's incredible.
Wandering Night, dude, it's so good. I have been brought to tears by many episodes. It creates storylines. So I'll say this. It is extra biblical. It is not unbiblical in any way, shape, or form. So it obviously adds a lot to what's going on in Scripture. None of it is against the Bible. None of it is like the opposite of what happens or untrue. It's just adding some more flavor to it. None of it, we don't know if it's true or not. It's very likely not true, but it brings to life so much what happens in Scripture. So, for example, in season one, which is I think is 8 episodes, Nicodemus is a character throughout all 8 episodes. In Scripture, we have him in John chapter 3, half of John chapter 3, even I think, and that's it. It's Jesus's conversation with Nicodemus, but he's this character throughout the entirety of the Bible, and then we get or entirety of the show, and then we get to that moment of John chapter 3 in the show, and like I'm like tears streaming down my face, and it's dude, it's so good. Y'all gotta watch it. What kind of stuff you been watching? What kind of stuff you into?
I yeah, I am really into Marvel, and that's in terms
Yeah,
of shows. So not as excited about Phase 4, whatever it's been, but especially the older ones, and then things like what did I just watch? Just saw the Ant-Man and the Wasp, or the new one, whatever it's
yeah.
called. And then in terms of like shows, I'm really a Star Trek fan. So the new Picard season 3 just started. Um, so I'm really excited about that. And then, of course, things like Rings of Power and Last of Us.
Oh yeah, dude, those are so good. I really like Rings of Power, dude. I love Last of Us. It is so good. It is bringing the heat. Um, you mentioned Ant Man and the Wasp. You saw it?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, your spoiler-free opinion of it. What did you think?
I thought it tried too hard to be two different things, both the corny, kind of more traditional Ant-Man style, and then really serious. And so because they try to do that, try to balance that, they didn't do it very well. And I felt
Hmm.
like they should have chosen one way or the other.
Hmm.
But it was still interesting. It had a lot of interesting implications for the rest of the MCU.
It definitely had that. So I really enjoyed it actually, especially when compared to a lot of Phase Four. I was not a big fan. Oh, Christian Ninja, man, thanks for the lurk. Thanks for coming by here and just chilling for a bit. Um, I really enjoyed it and thought it was a really fun movie. Obviously, not spectacular or mind blowing, but I thought that the comedy hit well. I agree that it. Man, I don't know how to fish. I'm out of here. I'm trying to fish over here, and I don't know what I'm doing. I'm bad at it. When I played before, I got to catch one fish, and it took me like literally like 5 full minutes to catch one fish. And I was like, you know what? This is not worth my time anymore. But what is this thing? Oh no, I don't want to. Anyway, so I thought overall though it was a really fun movie. It definitely had its flaws. That I'm not going to say that it wasn't a flawed film. Let's go talk to some people in town. Maybe buy some stuff. Oh, right next to my hut is like this wooden chest. If we put stuff in there, people will buy it, and we get money for it later. How do I get around? Here we go. So that's the way that we gain money every day. I just threw all my plant fibers in there, and we got one money for each plant fiber. But yeah, overall, the movie itself I thought was really enjoyable to watch. It was a lot of fun, and in the most like simple sense, it was funny. I think the comedy hit well. I think I said that, and I really like the father-daughter feels of it all. I am a father of 2 daughters, and so uh, that was a really big deal for me. Where the crap is this shop? I really need to use my map more often. Um, oh, we're right by it.
Are you excited about Guardians of the Galaxy, the final one?
I am excited about it. I am cautiously optimistic because I will say that I did not find Guardians of the Galaxy 2 to be the best film. It was,
Okay.
oh, it's closed on Wednesdays. It was fine. That's what I thought about it. It was fine. You know, it was a fun movie to watch. One that I saw, I think I've seen it 2 or 3 times, and that's going to be like enough for me. Whereas I watched the other ones a ton of times now. But at the same time, James Gunn is a good director, and that is his exact comedy. And so I think that it could be very good. We'll see how it goes. I don't know. What do you think?
What's your what? Oh, I'm really excited.
Yeah,
I'm a little worried that it's going to end sad. It's from
Oh,
the previews and
yeah.
trailers, but Yeah, I love it. The first one I have such great memories of when I wasn't expecting anything from it, and
Mm.
then I was like, wow, this is an incredibly fun film. But
Yeah.
I am. What's your favorite MCU movie?
Oh my gosh. Okay. The obvious answer is Endgame. And I think that would be my answer. Endgame is my favorite one. It's so good. But if we're going to exclude Endgame because it is not only an incredibly well made movie, but it is also the finale to a decade of investment or whatever we all had to the Marvel films. But if I were to exclude that, then I'm gonna say Civil War is my favorite Marvel movie.
Okay, why is that?
I think that it did a very good job of being morally neutral and letting you decide what you think is right or wrong. Whereas most of the other movies, there's a pretty, stark, and it's superhero movies, but there is a pretty stark who's good and who's bad and what's right and what's wrong here. I think the Captain America movies in general, for the second one with Winter Soldier, the third one with Civil War, and then the TV show itself, all three of those do a really, really good job of doing that, of saying, hey, you may not know what's right or wrong here. There's, in the show, it was like, there are these radicals, these terrorists, but they're terrorists because they feel like they've been displaced after the blip. They had homes and then they were told that they have to give them back to other people who have been away for 5 years or whatever else. And you kind of empathize with that. You think, yeah, that would be terrible. Like, I don't want that to happen to anybody, including me. And then the third one, I think, did such a good job of making it seem totally believable between two friends with Captain America and Iron Man. Why would these two people be fighting? It's family and friends. Tony Stark's family and Steve Rogers' friend, and I think it's very believable why they're fighting against each other. I think it's very logical why the government wanted to enact the Sokovia Accords, and so the whole thing just felt very, very believable and very good for it, and just, oh man, so well made. And then the Russo brothers are spectacular directors on top of that, so that helps. What do you think?
I think what you're saying was right on. I would say that mine is definitely what is it, Winter Soldier.
Oh
I
yeah,
just love that movie, and I still do.
dude. And again, right there with you for very, very similar reasons of why I like the Captain America movies in general. Is that one just does such a good job of making you say, hey, this is the government they've been following all along that's helped them get through all this stuff. By the way, they're also Hydra, just so you know. Like, is Hydra bad for having done all this stuff? And no, of course, because of the superhero movie at the end, they do have to make it a mustache twirling villain plot because that's more satisfying for people. But I'm gonna go to bed. I did just realize it's 10 o'clock. It's getting pretty dark. But overall, man, they really help balance that line of what is right and what is wrong in this situation. Yeah, so good. Do you read comics at all?
I don't. The only comics I ever read, I think, was when I was young because I love Transformers, and so I really
Oh,
like the Transformer comics a little bit. I only read a little bit, but those were my favorite.
nice, nice. Yeah, I never read the Transformer comics. I was in Transformers when I was a kid, kind of like you're talking about, and and I really enjoyed the Transformers movie. Can we pull these now? Are these ready to harvest? Maybe not. Maybe we still gotta water them. I think we still have to water them. Okay. Not quite ready yet. But the movie with like Leonard Nimoy and oh man, who was the other one? like really, really famous voice actors of the time were in this
Oh, the
film.
Transformer movie. Okay.
Yeah, Transformers movie with Rodimus Prime and the "You Got the Touch." So good.
Such a crazy soundtrack.
Oh my god, it is the '80s to the core, and I love it for that. That movie is a time capsule, and I love it. But I that was Transformers to me, but I haven't really gotten back into it since then. It's either coming back, or Hasbro's trying to make it come back with the Magic the Gathering Transformers crossover. Did you see this?
I just saw that. That's interesting. I didn't know anything about it until just recently.
Yeah, they've got like a whole set of cards that are Transformers, and they have their own ability called Transform, and they're double sided. You flip them over, and on one side it's one type of it's them as a robot, and on the other side it's them as a vehicle, and it's an interesting set. It really is, but the reality is Hasbro is really, really trying to save the Magic the Gathering IP because it's in dire straits right now.
Yeah, they see here at Dordt, we have a pretty big Dungeon and Dragons community, and so right now Hasbro's name is mud with everything that's been going on.
Let's go see if we can sell some stuff. Talk to Pierre and see what he's got. Or actually, you can do whatever you want to do. I'm going to do that. But yeah, man, it has been wild. Okay, let's get to that in a second. I do want to talk to you about your thoughts on Wizards of the Coast and what they've been doing. But you mentioned Dordt. Tell me about that. Tell me about what you do at Dordt and what this group is and kind of what goes on as Dordt University. And because, we'll probably have people out there that are also looking for a college to go to. So.
Yeah. So really what we're doing at Dordt is, again, it's to try to say that, to show Christians that video games and all the forms of gaming in the world, whether it be role playing or whether it be even drone racing or whatever it is, chess, traditional board games, that, we're talking about a cultural thing that's the different numbers they're all over the place, but I think that we can say that there's 3.23 billion gamers in the world.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a huge group of people. And oftentimes, we don't think the church, there's not a lot of resources. What if you're, a parent that's trying to help your kids and they love video games? Or if you're somebody who works at Microsoft and you're a Christian and you're wondering, oh, well, how do I do this? And I think that, with so many people, like, we don't realize how meaningful video games are, or board games, or all the cultural stuff that goes into games, how valuable and how much that forms like who we are. I mean, like with me, my playing World of Warcraft and my, playing Final Fantasy VII and all that, like I came from a really dysfunctional family, and they were like a lot of the people in, like, say, Final Fantasy, like, they were like my role models. They were the people like the beauty that I saw, like, really inspired me to love those type of things. And so I think that the church fails oftentimes to realize just how meaningful gaming is to like millions and billions of people. And so what I decided to do here, and what Dordt has really leaned into, is to say, we just want to create, first of all, a space to help gamers know that the church cares about them and that they're valuable to the kingdom, and to help, like, let's start thinking about ways to imagine how gaming can be a powerful piece of the kingdom, whether it's ministering, like how to use our gaming to care about people online. Like, what does it mean? Like when we are playing Call of Duty, like how do we show a different way to still be competitive and to love competition and everything, but still be able to like have that sort of reputation in Call of Duty for somebody who cares and is kind, or, after a really, you're up in like a high rank, and the way you treat your opponents after the game by, messaging them like, man, that was great, and I really appreciate like X, Y, and Z about you. To start reimagining what all that stuff means. So really at Dordt, the first thing is community. Dordt has been really cool and given a lot of money to help us create this amazing place we call the Bunker, that has It's been designed so it's a bottom of a living quarters, like a huge building, and it's in the basement, and it's this really amazing industrial vibe. We have PCs, we have Nintendos and Xbox Series X and all that, but then we also are in the middle of developing a role playing room because there's probably about, I would say, like 30% of our population loves role playing and D and
Mm-hmm.
D, and so we're like, let's delight in God and delight in the gifts He's given us, and let's make this amazing role playing room um, that looks like as if an adventurer, like say a mighty warrior in Dungeons and Dragons, came and retired and made this room with a fireplace and all these like things that he accumulated during his journey. Um, and it's just this really, we have a fireplace, we have all these sorts of things, and it allows people to just say like, this is good, this is
Yeah,
beautiful, this is a part of my life that is really, and it draws people together in community. As people know, if you play role playing, if Dungeons and Dragons, like it really brings people together in an authentic way.
absolutely.
um so we celebrate all that, and then if people, so we have like students who are presidents of Minecraft and presidents of tabletop gaming and other things like that, and so I just kind of let the students lead, like where do they want to go with this, but if they want to go deeper, then we have the classes. um we're developing networks with other people like EA and others, that Christians in the industry that can, if you're interested in going deeper and figuring out there's if going into, the end gaming industry is for
Mm-hmm.
you, like what does that mean, and how, who's out there that you can talk to is a Christian and doing that. And so yeah, it's really just what we want to do here is educate people about gaming, provide community, and then equip them and send them out wherever that is that God takes them with gaming.
That's so cool, man. You're talking about how trying to. Sorry, I'm trying to do like three things at once here. I'm wondering, can I fish in this little teeny tiny lake? Of course, I can. Nice. Uh, Trying as a college to support your students in if they want to become a dev someday, and trying to network place things like that. And if you're a Christian college and you are, oh right, I forgot it's like a tapping game, and you have students who want to become uh, devs someday or something like that, but you don't think that video gaming is a viable. Good grief! Oh, it's not tapping; it's just got a hold. I see. Uh, you don't think video gaming is a viable thing or a Christ-like thing or whatever else? You're basically telling students, then don't come to our college. Like, you want to do that, then you're going to go somewhere else. And that just does not sound like, same thing with the church who does that. Like, hey, we don't think that gaming or this nerd culture is a very important thing that people should do. What you're actually telling people is, don't come to our church then. And we got to be doing better than that.
Yeah, I completely agree. And I think that's one of the things I'm trying to do here, and I know Dort is too, is to say that, yeah, we recognize that at times, like, it seems like the church is an unfriendly place to gamers. But that, also that I think that the church risks losing a lot of people because it misunderstands what gaming is and what video games are and that sort of a thing. So, yeah, I think it's really important.
And then again, it's something that we're trying to do is, starting to provide materials for churches to be able to understand nerd culture a little bit better. I'm in the middle of writing scripting a video that is, I caught a can of soda. Somebody needs to clean up this lake. But making a video that's basically titled, "Are Dungeons and Dragons and Magic the Gathering evil?" Like just that, and then just something that's basically going through what are these IPs, what do they do, why did people think, like, why do people think they are evil? Let's look into the history of them. What are they actually, especially today, what are they actually, and how can we as a church, as the church, interact with these things in a Christ-like manner? Because there are far, far too many churches out there that have an assumption that's based off of an opinion that is 50 years old, and at that time was an out of context misrepresentation of stuff, and is even more so today. And yeah, just the idea of helping churches understand it's not what you think it is, like it's okay, is really important to us.
Yeah, if you think about role playing, and like Dungeons and Dragons, how in reality, the good forms of it are really quite in line with what the church is trying to do, which is to deepen the bonds between us, and how and explore eh, friendship and all these type of virtues and good things that are really in line with the gospel and everything else. And I think that you think about what's happened since COVID, and how, say, role playing online has jumped up so much, and for so many people
Right.
it provides various forms of community that and some of these people, they're from completely different backgrounds, they're from across the country, and it's because of these type of opportunities to play and game together and be authentic and explore things together. um and all those kind of shared experiences, like when we killed the red dragon in this Barovia or whatever, it matters, and it builds these relationships that are meaningful and deep and rich that you couldn't imagine. So I think that's one of the things the church doesn't realize, is oftentimes these things are right in alignment with what they're trying to do.
So much. Hey, Lewis, man, good to see you. I was shouting you out at the beginning that you're actually the one that connected us. So glad you could jump in and say hi.
Thanks, Lewis.
But I mean, on top of what you're saying, there is the reality that it also lets us consider moral issues in a safe space. Maybe you're in a town and you come across some thieves, but then you find out that the thieves are only thieves because they're trying to, oh, nice, now we can pull our parsnips, because they will need to feed their families. And it makes you stop and consider this in a safe place, rather than seeing on the news that this type of thing is going on, and maybe people in your church are talking about it, and now you need to make a decision on whether you think this is okay, or like what your opinions on this are.
Yeah, and I think it even like helps things like empathy and hearing and seeing the other, like really like because a good DM, for instance, as they're going out through their campaign, one of the best ways to do it, I think, is to it's a shared narrative, it's a shared story and a
Mm-hmm.
dialogue. And so who do your characters want to be? What are the things they want to do and accomplish? And so like this, it's constant give and take, and trying to create these moments of triumph and meaningful things for their characters' journeys and stories. And it could be so rich, but it requires listening to each other and good social skills and everything else.
Oh, the social skills is another huge thing. I started playing or DMing a campaign for my 10-year-old and a few of his friends, and just giving them, again, a safe place, a non-judgmental place for them to talk to people and have me respond as an adult person would respond in that situation, and have them joke and say something goofy and silly. And sometimes I'll goof and be silly with them, but other times I'll be like, what do you mean by that? Well, hold on. Like, why did you say that? And it makes them know, like, oh, there are consequences to my words. Like, oh, what am I doing? Like, there's so much good that can come from this role playing, and yet so many people want to gatekeep it, and it's so silly to me.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, we just got a ton. We pulled all our parsnips, and I'm going to sell them. Um, Oh, that's right. So, kind of the storyline here. You and I haven't even dipped into the storyline. That's fine, though. We're doing our thing here. We're having good conversation. The storyline here is that JoJo Mart, so basically Walmart, wants to come into this place and build their own giant place. And nobody really wants that to happen, because they all want it to stay a small town, like for the local folk and whatnot. And so your goal is to help rebuild and make something good out of this town, so that it doesn't get taken over by JoJo Mart. And you can fail at that. Like, there is an ending in which JoJo Mart takes over, and there's an ending where you succeed and the town is all happy and whatnot. So There's a
That's
lot.
that's really cool.
Yeah, there's a lot that can go on here. I'm just picking flowers now. What is? Oh, that's right. I didn't want that. Okay. I'm gonna go sell some stuff, or at least talk to people in town and see what's going on with them. So we had mentioned before the. Oh, that's right. I forgot we have this going on here. But again, whatever. We talked about before the Wizards of the Coast and the OGL, the gaming license, and kind of the stuff that they're doing with Magic the Gathering. What are your thoughts on Wizards of the Coast right now?
I think that they are, I mean, just for my own, I mean, I am certainly not an expert on this sort of thing, but I think that they are more interested in turning things like Wizard, Dungeon and Dragons into a culture, like an MCU, instead of a brand,
Hmm.
and that ultimately what they're wanting to do is get into a much wider audiences and markets. And so I think that ultimately this was just a test to see how things went, but I think ultimately they're wanting to move away from the community that kind of is right now. So I'm not a fan currently, if that's the case, because I don't know. I mean, I know there's a lot of amazing people. Like I know people inside Wizard of the Coast that are incredible creators and they care about the community, but I don't know that Hasbro necessarily has those sorts of interests. I just don't know. What do you think?
I mean, actually, your perspective is the first that I've heard on that. But now that you say it, that's a really interesting thought that they're trying to change the culture of Dungeons and Dragons and make it a more like a wider, more acceptable thing. And that there's some ways to go about that they've chosen, and I think we both agree have failed. For me, I work at an LGS, a local game store, kind of a mom and pop shop, and what I really see them doing is trying to take revenue out of local shops and put it into their own pocket, which is perfectly normal business. That is how capitalism do, and it sucks. Like it's the worst, and it has been so disappointing to me because, like, number one, what they've been doing for years with Magic the Gathering is overprinting their cards. So there'll be a rare card that is really, really good, and in the secondary market becomes worth, I don't know, $200. When that card is bought and sold, it is bought and sold at the profit of the LGS. Magic the Gathering sees none of that. So, how do you at that point get some of that revenue? Well, you just print more of that card. So instead of people wanting to pay $200 to the local game store, you can just buy booster packs and hope to pull one because it's been in every set for the past 3 years or whatever. And so that's one thing they've been doing a ton. And then on top of that, every single time they print it with alternate art. And that way, even if you already own the card, it's a reason for you to rebuy the card, to go back and want to buy it again. So again, instead of giving the money to the local game store, you're giving the money to Wizards of the Coast. And then on top of that, there is an MSRP for booster packs and boxes and things like that. And unfortunately, to keep it at that price, a backpack slot, except we don't have 2,000 gold. To keep it at that price, your average mom and pop shop would have to make a Peasley, it'd be like a 20% profit. And so we have to make it more expensive than you can get it for on Amazon or in Walmart or anything like that. And so a lot of times people don't want to buy from a local game store because our packs are more expensive. And it ends up just being this really underhanded, and then you get the 1D&D side of things, and it feels like more of the same, where they want to move online. They want to keep it their gaming license so that anything that has to do with it only is their stuff. No Pathfinder, no none of that secondhand stuff. And overall, it just really, really feels like their goal is to make sure all revenue goes through them primarily, not through an LGS or secondhand market or anything like that. And man, it really is really saddening to see that. It really is.
Yeah, that's my big problem with it. It undermines the culture and the relationship building that often happens, and
Yeah.
all just to maximize profit. And yeah, I do not enjoy that. I love the type of things that draw us together and make us have to be in the same room and talk and share what's going on in our lives and everything else. So anything that undermines that isn't fun for me. And I love this, like the mom and pop stores you're talking about. There's a lot of things that happen in the town. Like people come into the store to buy it, and you guys get to know the owners and maybe each other. And then there's those things that happen. So yeah, I think it's very sad.
It really is. And I will say, to their credit, they reneged on their OGL 1.0. What they have going now is not great still, but at least it's better than it was before, But all that to say that we got in, like, as the moment this happened, we're like, okay, let's stock up on Pathfinder books, Pathfinder second edition, which is its own thing. And they are flying off the shelves, my man. Like, people want some alternative options right now.
I love Pathfinder. That was the first I played Curse of Strahd with Pathfinder. That was my introduction to D&D, and I love it way more than 5e anyway, so I don't mind going back at all.
That's awesome. I have never been introduced to Pathfinder, didn't know much about it until literally just like a couple of weeks ago. I don't know why I wanted that. A friend of mine was like, hey, I want to start a Pathfinder campaign. Do you guys want to join? I'm like, yeah, I'd love to join. Absolutely. By the way, in between our houses, I built a treasure chest so you can start storing stuff. Oh, not that. We want that. And I'm like, yeah, absolutely. I'm interested. Like, let's make this happen. And I loved it because I love D&D 3.5. That's what I learned to play on. And Pathfinder second edition is this kind of middle ground between, it's what 4.0 should have been. It's this middle ground between 3.5 and 5th edition that is much more granular and customizable than 5th edition is, but not as granular as 3.5 was, which is fair. Dang, we just made bank, man. 875 gold.
Nicely
for
done.
Our parsnips. Yeah, I love it. Hey, you want to go get into a cave?
Yeah, absolutely. Tell me where I need to go.
Yeah. I don't know how this works. I've never been in a cave before. Let's find this happen. There's one right up here. I'm going to choose my pickaxe Minecraft style. Okay. Oh. Is this it? There's nothing in here? Okay, never mind. There is another one, I believe, back here. If the hour that I played with the other guy before, he was like a very experienced farm, or not farm, what is this game called? Stardew Valley player.
And if there's anything you want me to be doing, let me know. I'm lost sometimes in this game.
No, I feel you, man. Samesies. Hello. That's it? You're just going to call me a stranger and peace out. Okay, let's see if on the map there is a cave of some sort. Mines. There we go. Okay, let's keep heading to the right. We're going to go into the mines. Here we go. Here we go. Got ourselves a little cutscene here.
What's his voice sound like?
Let me take a look at Marlon here. He's got an eye patch. He's got some gray hair. He's gonna be Irish. just paring down into this old mine shaft. It's been abandoned for decades. Still, there's probably good ore down there, but a dark place, undisturbed for so long. I'm afraid ore isn't the only thing you'll find. Here, take this. You might need it. Ooh, a rusty sword or something like that. The rusty sword. Yeah, I got it right. Got it in one. Good job, me. Name's Marlin, by the way. I run the Adventurers Guild right outside. I'll keep my eye on you, prove yourself, and I might think about making you a member. There we go. That's Marlin.
Well done.
Thank you. I'm a dungeon master, so I got voices. I got voices in my pocket, man. All right,
It's so fun.
let's head on down. Let's see what we got. It looks like a dead end is what we got. Well, it's mine here. Let's see if any of this stuff turns into something useful. Hopefully, you're all not all just rocks. I'm gonna guess some of these are gonna have like quartz or something, but breaking into one of these big ones here. So, are you in a campaign right now?
Yeah, I lead one. That's online for about a year and a half. We're doing Eberron. I don't know if you're familiar with that.
Yeah, yeah. Home of the
It's a bunch of 40-somethings. Yeah, exactly. I fell in love with that. There's so much lore and content out there to like really basically have it go for a long time.
Oh yes. I'm DMing 2 campaigns right now, and I'm a player in another one. All of them meet very sporadically though, so I end up playing about once a week overall. Oh, here we go. Here are some bad guys. Take that, slime. Ha ha ha. Oh right, we gotta remember to check our energy. I'm over here just mining away like a madman. Forgot that we gotta maintain that. No, none of your nonsense. Just swinging your sword. Okay, swinging your sword does not take energy. That's good. But so one of them, what I would call my main one, is one that I DM. Okay, so I guess we gotta mine rocks till we find the way down. Is with some married couples, because my wife loves D&D as much as I do, and so we have, here it is.
There's 2 of them.
Oh, nice. Hang on, I want to open. Can I open this? No, I can't. What is this? Oh, this is a place where you can offer stuff to Brad. Hey, Brad, do you want some rocks?
Oh, I'd love some.
Oh, no, never mind. That's not what it was. I'm trying to... No, this box must be nothing then. Or unless I can mine the box. I broke the box. I'm so sorry. Let's go check out yours real quick. Let's go see what is in yours. Oh, no, let's leave the mine. I don't want to leave the mine. Guess we can't go back up. Get off of him. He's my friend. Ooh, this rock has things on it. Copper ore. All right, let's go.
What's one of your favorite classes to play?
Oh man, I don't know that I have one. I am an extrovert, and so I often go charisma-based characters. So I'll play a sorcerer or a bard or a paladin, you know, fairly often. But even then, like I just finished a campaign where I was a barbarian, which was super fun. I don't know if we're supposed to be breaking these or not, but I I got a geode here. Nice. Local blacksmith can break them open for you. Who knows what might be hidden inside. Interesting. Okay, I got to drop some stuff here. Stone, I guess. We don't need stone.
How do you drop things?
Go into your menu and then select something and then move it all the way to the right. There is a trash can. And you can just dump it in there. I have an amethyst. Do you have any spots left in your inventory?
Now I do.
You do? Okay, I'm
about
full.
4.
So let's fill your inventory. Why don't you pick up that gold, it looks like? Oh, there's one more right here too. Oh, got some more copper. Nice. Going down this one? Let's go. Ooh, we got some more stuff over here too. Oh, this is something you just pick up right there. What is that?
A quartz.
Oh, somebody was going to pay us for that. Nice. There's some more quartz over here then. I'll handle this slime. Take that. At least I'll try to handle him. There he goes. Man. He didn't want... Oh, and a carrot. There's more quartz over here. Oh, you dropping stuff?
Yeah, trying to make room, I think.
Do you have any amethyst?
No, I just have topaz, stone, and quartz.
That's it? Okay. I have a leek, amethyst, coal, copper, slime, and a geode. Let's start stacking if we can.
Okay.
Do you are you full slots now?
I have one slot left.
One slot left. All right, let's find one more thing to put in there. Looks like there's some more copper over here. Get out of here with your nonsense. Got him. Nice. More copper, so we're good. Check down. Anything in there?
What was that?
Was there anything in that barrel?
No, unfortunately not.
Yeah, looks like it's kind of dead down here too. Let's head down. Ooh, there's an elevator here? Question mark. Wonder what that does. Ooh, there's a scroll on this thing. What?
A dwarf scroll 1.
What does that do?
You found an artifact. The curator of the local museum might want to know about this.
Interesting. I'm gonna eat a leek. I don't know what that did. Oh, gave me health and energy. Here, have a leek. Come back.
My inventory is full, so let me see if I can drop something. I'll just eat a carrot, actually.
Oh, there you go. Nice, nice. Well, actually, because I was wondering what this is. I want to pick that up, but I'll just eat both. I'll eat the leek. Then I can pick up whatever this is.
How do I eat
meat. Hold it. Hit A. So just hit A while you're holding it. I'm going on the elevator. Oh, just took it back to the top. Nice. I went up. It's 7:40, about time we head back anyway. This is awesome.
This is really fun.
Yeah, that felt really productive. I know that we've been kind of wandering and doing basic stuff for whatever reason. That felt really productive to me. That's right. I did move into the old farm. All right, let's make our way home. Hopefully we'll get there before we pass out. I think we'll be fine. And then I think we offered this stuff. I don't remember exactly how. Hang on. Let me take a look at our quests here. Deeper into the mine. Reach level 40 in the mines. Okay. Rat problem. Oh, we need to investigate the community center. We can do that tomorrow. Ooh, we got to craft a scarecrow. We can also do that. Build a coop. We finished getting started, and we got 100 gold for getting started. How do I get that? Or maybe we already got it. How does it take to build a scarecrow? Let's just take a look at that real quick. Wood, coal, and fiber. That's all stuff that we have. Okay, I'm going to drop stuff from the treasure chest, and then we can go to bed. Yeah, I won't need the sword for now. Okay. Whew. Tomorrow we got stuff to do. I feel like we're like doing stuff now. Okay. There we go. So what kind of games do you play? You said that this is not a game that you've really played before. What kind of stuff do you play?
I love MMOs like Final Fantasy and what is it? Is it 13? I think it is. No, it's 14. And then I love collectible card games like Hearthstone. I played that forever. Now into Marvel Snap. Yeah, so stuff like that, and then a lot of retro stuff from my childhood when I feel like it.
Nice, nice. Yeah, dude, Marvel Snap is this perfect game for TCG players where it's got all of the feeling of TCGs of when you get to the collector's cash, there's this moment of what am I going to pull? It has that booster pack feel of what am I going to pull. And on top of that, there's the deck building aspect of it where you can net deck, you can make your own deck, you can, there's plenty of jank if you want to build like a wild jank deck or whatever else. And then on top of all of this, it's each game's like 3 minutes. And so you can just jump in and play a round or two and jump right back out. I have literally been waiting in line for like at the tire shop and been like, I've been waiting in line for a minute. Well, might as well just jump into Marvel Snap and played a single round of Marvel Snap. And then I got up to the front and took care of what I needed to take care of, right? It was perfect.
I love the AR like cards too. As you upgrade them, you can move them around with your phone, and it just looks so
Yes.
cool.
All right. So we did some things. How do I advancement? Oh, there we go. I had to select it. We're getting gold for doing cool stuff here. Forging ahead. Oh, craft a furnace. We'll do that later. Let's go take care of rats in the community center. Do we have any seeds to plant? Because we're not doing anything right now. Let's also go buy some seeds then. We'll buy some seeds and we'll murder rats in the community. Oh, I didn't get my sword. Hang on. Sorry. I put my sword in the trash. Or not the trash, the chest. Putting it in the trash would be a bad idea. Let's not do that. There we go. Okay. Seeds and community center. Yeah, let's check out that community center real quick.
You mean to put the dwarf scroll?
Oh yeah, what is that?
I think we have to go to that one place. Let me see what it's called.
I'm heading to the community center, by the way, which is from where you are to the right and then upward.
Okay.
And it's this beat up old building with a clock on the front that says Pelican Town. Whoa, I got this weird tablet with an alien language on it. I don't know what that is. It's still there, though. What about this? No. There's a lot of stuff in here, but none of it seems interactable. What does it want me to do here?
It says Gunther can tell you more about this if you donate it to the museum.
Oh, I guess. Okay. We got to find the museum then. I'm not sure where that is. I was looking. There was something that said that we needed to go check out the community center, and we just did. I don't know. But now it's gone. So I guess that's just success. We did it. We don't get anything for it, though. Let's go buy seeds because we need to be planting.
Sounds good to me.
And we got some money right now. And Pierre's finally behind the counter. Pierre. Let's do some beans. and cauliflower. And then here, hang on. No, not that. There. Have some cauliflower seeds.
Oh, very kind of you.
Yep. All right. Let's go plant. Oh, did you only get one of them? I have to
Yes.
offer them all one at a time. That's the worst. Let's just go plant these all real quick.
Did you play Final Fantasy 1 on the original Nintendo?
So you mean the Japanese one?
Just the first one on whatever it was like the Light Warriors or whatever. It was the first one that I played anyway on the Nintendo.
I did not.
That you had to buy potions one after the other, and it took forever.
Oh no, that's the worst.
You could have like 200 in your inventory, and it took about, I don't know, 10 seconds to buy one.
I'm putting cauliflower at the bottom here. In Elden Ring, it used to be that you you couldn't use more than one item at a time. So if you wanted to use like 20 of something, you would have to crack them all one at a time. And then finally in an update, they fixed that, but it was obnoxious for a while.
Have you beat Elden Ring?
Oh yeah, 3 times actually. I platinumed it.
Wow.
Yeah, it's so good. It is, in my opinion, one of the greatest games ever made.
I am in complete agreement with you. It's so beautiful and interesting and exciting and so creative.
Oh man, yes. Yeah, we're missing a fence post here. I'm gonna steal all this wood you dropped in the ground to make.
Isn't like From Software doing a new game that's coming out? I can't remember what it's called.
Yeah, a mech game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's wild. It's gonna be like the 5th in the series or something like that. It's a game that's an IP that's been around for a while that I'm not familiar with, but I guess we'll see how it goes. Okay. What is on our agenda here? Let's. Oh, right. We need to find the museum. So, where is the museum? There's Willow Lane, Sewer Graveyard, Mayor's Manor, Blacksmith, Joja Mart, River Road, Harvey's Clinic, Community Center, Bus Stop, Backwoods, Carpenter's Tent, Mines, Adventurers Guild. Well, where is this museum? It would behoove us to go to the blacksmith shop too, though, because Wizard's Tower?
Yeah, I was wondering what that was.
Did not see that before. We got some question marks here, but I doubt those are museums. I don't know. I'm going to head to the blacksmith because the geode is something that we can crack open at the blacksmith and get some stuff for it. And then we also need to, not need, but we have been asked to get, or to kill more slimes. You can, like, there's a quest button. Are you using a controller or a mouse and keyboard?
Mouse and keyboard.
You can click the exclamation point in the upper right hand side and just see some of our goals and quests and whatnot.
Oh, okay.
When I picked up this geode, it was like, take this to the blacksmith and they can open it and find something cool inside. So we'll see what that is. Are you the blacksmith? Oh, this place closed at 6. I didn't realize it was already 6:40. You must be the blacksmith right here. To 4 p.m.? Hey guys, get your hours right. Everybody just join together on what your hours are going to be. Yeah, I'm at the blacksmith, but he's closed. Okay, what does it take to make a furnace? That's another thing we're supposed to be doing here. Copper ore and stone. Ooh, we have copper ore. I don't know how much we have. We might be able to make something cool. So how many students do you have in your classes? What do you teach, by the way? Like, what are your actual what are your actual classes that you teach?
I teach a class called Engaging the World of Gaming, and so that has 30 students typically. And what I'm trying to do is just help them to understand what video games are, and so we look at it from all different perspectives. Um, and then also challenge them through papers. So this is the only class on campus that allows them to choose assignments, say like to pick a narrative game. So they could play Last of Us, they could play Uncharted or Heavy Rain or anything that they want that has good characters, story, and they actually have to write a paper on it. And that's one of the assignments for class. And then we know, so we talk about that. And we also look at the Bible and theology and just trying to get a place where they feel educated about video games and their role in our faith so that they can take that knowledge if they're going to be a church elder helping gamers or parents with their kids. And one of my favorite things about it is that the last, basically the practical hands-on assignments. One is they could, and students have done this where they can do an online missions project. So some have actually gone into like Minecraft and spent the entire semester uh, building something that's very hard and giving it to a newbie and just saying, I care about you.
Oh, that's
Um,
awesome. Dang.
yeah. And that's one of their final projects, or they can write a paper, or, one of the things I have is sometimes like the musicians in class, I challenge them, like, take what you've learned in the class, take like a classic song like Zelda, and then apply like those things you've learned and create a new version of it or something. And so it's quite exciting. The students are always kind of like weirded out that they can actually play video games for their assignments.
That's super cool. That's something I've been struggling with. I'm crashing for the night, by the way. That I've literally been struggling with is times like this. Like, I will prep for a stream beforehand, stream for a couple of hours, do some follow up afterward, and it'll take 3-4 hours total. And then I'll be like, man, I didn't work really at all today. Then I'm like, no, that counted. That's okay. Like, you streamed. It might have been playing a video game, but that's your job right now. It's okay. So yeah, it's weird. It's a weird feeling. On that note of Minecraft, that's really cool you say that. I'm a big old Batman fan. You can see this shelf right here to the left. This is all Batman stuff. And then on this side, right here, this is all Robin stuff. Like a big Batman and Robin type guy. All that to say that I when I was playing Minecraft with some friends, this is way back in the day when Minecraft was a brand new thing. We had a shared server with like 6 different guys, and I took a piece of grid paper, laid it over the bat symbol, traced the bat symbol through the grid paper, so that when I picked up the grid paper, I had a grid version of what the bat symbol would look like. And then I went into Minecraft and I built a 1-to-1. Are you going to bed?
I'm trying to find my way back
Oh,
home.
okay, cool. Built a 1-to-1 scale, like bat symbol, but it was giant. It was my house. It was probably, I don't know, 30 blocks tall. Well, we played for a while, and that was my base. I would come back and I lived in it. And then on my birthday one day, I came back. I had just made mine out of cobblestone. That was it. It was just a cobblestone bat symbol. On my birthday one day, I jumped in, and the other guys had changed it so that it was the actual, they took sheep's wool and they dyed it black and yellow so they could actually build me the entire actual bat symbol out of the black and yellow. And they gave me a glass roof on top so that the sun could shine in and everything. And it was this like gorgeous thing that they had built for me, and it was so awesome. I still remember it to this day, like coming in and being like, whoa, like you guys took big steps here, this was awesome. So like when people do stuff like that, it means something, it definitely is an impact.
Yeah, I mean, I just got home. I'm sorry, I got horribly lost.
That's okay, it's okay. We're gonna make it. I think 2 a.m. is when you finally pass out, I think. Yay, we did it.
Yeah, oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I'm just gonna run to the blacksmith real quick, and then I say we go into the mines after that and see what else we can get.
Sounds good.
Oh, the wizard's also looking for us, but I want to open this geode. I wonder if I feel like there should be a fast travel in this game. I know it's not that large of an area, but still, I've been playing Grounded. You ever play that game, Grounded?
Not yet. What's that about?
It's Honey, I Shrunk the Adventure game, is what it is. The Honey, I Shrunk the survival game, where you are teenagers who a mad scientist has kidnapped and shrunk down and then stuck in his backyard. And you just have to survive in his backyard as tiny people. So, your main things that you have to fight are like are spiders and they open at 9 a.m. Of course they do. Spiders and ants and other, mosquitoes, other type of bugs. And then you're also, harvesting little plants and things like that to survive. And you got to drink water and eat food and everything. You're eating bugs like aphids and whatnot. So it's a super, super fun game. Jojo Mart. It's also not open. Come on, y'all. It's a super, super fun game, but it's massive. And the survival of it is a challenge. And there is, at least as far as we have been able to tell, no fast travel. And so you'll die on one side of the map and have to respawn and trek your way all the way back across the map to be able to get to wherever you died to continue your progression. And sometimes it's a really, really long way, and it'll be a challenging area in which you're dying, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, and have to every single time go back and why can't I chop that stump? I guess because it's not my house. There, it's 9 a.m. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5 times, and it gets a little obnoxious, unfortunately. Okay. Price is 25 cents per geode. Yeah, make it happen, my dude. What do we get? Malachite. I don't know what malachite is, but we have it now. Okay, let's go deeper in the mines. Can we get to the mines from here? I'm guessing it should be just straight up. Fingers crossed. I'm hoping it's just straight up here. Oh, gotta cross over here. Nope, that's also a dead end. Well, okay. Hopefully it's... There we go. There are stairs here. Are you checking the map like a smart person?
I am.
Good job. I'm proud of you. I think it's just straight up from where we're at. Let's see if I'm correct. Okay, I'm checking the map. Oh, now it's to the right. Okay. We were going the correct direction. There it is. Okay, so we got to kill 10 slimes. Oh, hey. That's right. We can just take the elevator back down to 5. Nice. Stop bouncing away from me. There we go. All right. Let's see if any of this stuff is worth breaking. It doesn't look like it. And do you see a way down at all? Or are we going to have to start?
It's right here.
Oh, did you get it in one?
Yeah, I'm so lucky.
Yeah, you did. You just sounded so casual, like, yeah, it's right here. What is this? Oh, there's just a torch in the middle of the ground. All right. All right, I got some copper here. Oh, let me throw my fiber away in my wood. All right. In fact, I mean, maybe from this point forward, when we come into the mines, I say that we were probably going to be ending the stream here soon, but only bring like a sword and a pickaxe. I feel like that's all you really need here. Nice. All right, 10 slimes is our goal. We got this.
All right, let's go.
We just have to, find 10 slimes. Really? Come on. Get him. Nice. All right. Back up, bug. Give me your meat. Bug meat is another very common thing. Yeah, it looks like we're going to have to just start guessing here. Another very common thing.
Let's see if you can get it in one.
Okay, I'm feeling this one right here. Boom. Dang it. Nope. Oh, I got it in like 5 or something. Let's see. Slimes are really what we're looking for, but also breaking open stuff makes me curious. Is that just rocks? Gee, thanks. Seeds. Seeds I'll take. Are there no slimes on this floor?
Doesn't look like it.
Womp womp. This is where we came in? Yep. Alright, well, just gotta start looking for the exit again. Maybe it's under one of these big ones. Nope, there's a lot of stone. Which I do not want. Ooh, what is with this carrot that I picked up? It's all hairy. It's a harrot. A cave carrot. That's weird.
Also, I found the way down.
Yeah, you did. Let's see. You champion. There it is. Oh, I wonder if we should be looking for, like, because this one has the paving stones right next to it. Here's a slime. Come here, you slime.
What is the slime's voice?
If I had to make a slime, they wouldn't talk, they'd make noise. And the noise would be that's a slime.
I would not have thought of that, but it's perfectly awesome.
What is that? I can't pick it up, dang it. There, okay. What is this? Earth crystal. Well, I have that now. I don't know what an earth crystal is.
Huh.
But
That's
now,
awesome.
But now it belongs to me. Do you have copper ore?
Yes, I have 12 of them.
Here, I'm going to give you all of my copper ore. Oh. Do you have to accept it? Oh, right. We can only do one at a time. Dag nabbit.
Can you drop yours on the ground?
Let's find out. Copper ore. No. That's fine. I was just hoping we could make an extra slot for ourselves, but... Ooh, blue slime.
What do you think is the difference between a Christian game and a good game, or is there a difference?
There isn't a difference, I would say. I think that a good game can be Christian, just like a bad game can be Christian. I don't think, and in fact, using that term Christian, I know this is said a lot, and a lot of people have the same opinion, but calling something a Christian game or a Christian movie or whatever is always a tough one for me because you can't baptize a video game, you know? It's a game that, here, I found the exit. It's a game that has Christian values or, you know, that is trying to give a Christian message. But I think that you could make very good Christian games. I think that the Bible tells very, very good stories and that you could make games based on that. For example, there's a game right now called Bible X. And Bible X is about time travel. You're in the future, and you want to, like in the game, your goal is to travel back to biblical times, and you get to like see kind of things that happen within the biblical narrative, and it's trying to be as historically accurate as possible, to the point that I, a theologian, got to play a demo of it and was playing and was like, oh, hey, this is the Jewish temple. There should be 3 walls. There's this first one on the outside here that is, Gentiles cannot enter through here. And the next one here is only women can go to. And, women can't go beyond that wall. Then the wall inside, then men can go. And then there's another one where the Holy of Holies is, etc. And, and it was correct. Oh, did you run out of energy?
I passed out.
No! I just realized what time it was also. I'm going to leave the mine. Yeah. And then the person there was standing next to me, one of the devs, and they're like, yeah, actually, that's all absolutely correct. And we put all of that in the game. And there were like little notes that you could walk around and pick them up, and it would tell you some of the history of what's going on. And it was this very interesting story that also was with a backdrop of historically accurate Jerusalem in the time of Jesus. And I thought that was great. That seemed really interesting, and I wanted to know more about it. And I think that you can definitely make compelling biblical or Christian video games. I just find a lot of the times it doesn't work out that way. A lot of the times it becomes more about getting a message across than making a compelling narrative or a video game or whatever. So, yeah.
I think that's well said.
Yeah. A while back, I played a game called Jesus Christ RPG. And it was like an old 16-bit style RPG. Oh, do you have to go to bed? Where are you right now?
Yeah, so once I passed out, it just forced me into bed. I can't. Oh, there I am.
There we go. Okay, cool. And the game itself was like this old, like made in like RPG Maker. And it was cute and a little goofy, and you fought Mecha Satan at the end, and it was real goofy and fun, and I loved that. It was great, and there's nothing wrong with that. And so I really just wish that more games and more devs would take advantage of that, of just allowing yourself to be a little bit silly and a lot of it fun, and just do your thing. Okay, I'm going down to just a pickaxe and a sword. And I'm heading directly to the mines. We got like 10 minutes, and we can make this happen. I really wanted to see how deep we can get in the mines here. Okay, where are the mines? What do you think? Like, what do you think as far as like Christian games go? How do you make a good game that also has a Christian message?
Yeah, I think that one of the people I asked about this had a great answer. They said, Christian anything is really a good form of that thing, a great form, because at the end of the day, like, what's a Christian soup or a Christian TV show? Like, we know that God is the ultimate like origin of truth, beauty, and what is it? Truth, beauty, and goodness.
And creation,
so,
yeah.
Yeah, and so I think that like in Last of Us, right? There's themes like between the main, protagonist and everything that it or think about Breaking Bad, right? It's this thing that at the end of the day, what it shows you is that here's this guy that sells out for everything, and then what does he have in the end? And it so much goes along with that. What is that Bible verse that? What's the point of the world? If you sell your own soul or whatever. I can't remember.
He gains the whole world, but loses his soul. Yeah.
And I mean, Breaking Bad is kind of like a good example of that.
Yeah.
And I think that that's really what a Christian game is. It's a game that draws us closer to God's truth, beauty, and goodness, however that is. And so I feel like that's for me. Yeah, I thought that was a good answer. That's really, I think I've been chewing on that one a lot lately.
I really like yours, is a game or piece of media that draws you closer to God. I think is a great answer, because one of my favorite pieces of I mean, again, I don't think the average person would call this Christian media, but for me, that was impactful to my faith, is Book of Eli. Have you ever seen Book of Eli?
Yeah, I love that.
The movie's so good, and what it's really about at its core is the power of Scripture, and how strong the Word of God can be when used properly and when used improperly, and how important it is to, there's the moment at the end where Eli says, I've been spending so long trying to protect it that I forgot to do what it said. And it's just like, oh my gosh, that is such a good line, because that is what so much of what's going on in our world today is there are so many Christians out there that think it's more important to, let's say, get Christian law passed by doing underhanded things, by being more manipulative or whatever. And it's trying to get to the end goal, but not by doing what Scripture says. And that's not the way to go about it. That ain't it, Chief, And so that movie is one for me that is really, really good as far as Christian movies go. All right. Where are you at?
I'm working my way down.
Oh, hey,
there I am.
whoa.
Yeah,
You
wait.
got past me. How did you get past me? That was wild.
I don't know.
I discovered something. If you swing your sword at rocks, the one that is over the exit will make a noise.
Whoa, how did you figure that out?
On accident. I was trying to fight slime, and okay, why can't I hit that? I gotta go around. I was trying to fight a slime, and the rock right next to me kept making a weird noise as I was hitting it, and then I hit it with my pickaxe, and yeah, so good news there. Let's see. No. Well, we got our 10 slimes. That's the good news.
That's so exciting.
And now I want to show you that I'm not crazy, but I feel like I may not get that opportunity. Maybe I am crazy. I could have sworn that's what was happening. No, come on, game. Don't do this to me. Let's see.
There it is.
No, dang it. I am crazy. I could have sworn. Oh, yeah. Lewis says +1 for Book of Eli. 100%, man. So good. Okay, I'm going to head back up to the top. And I'm going to pause the game because I would like to respect your time and make sure that we are we're letting you go when I said I would let you go. So, Brad, thank you so much for being here, man. Thank you so much for talking with us. It has been a great time. So tell us one more time, real quickly, about Dordt University. How can, if people are looking to apply there, how can they become a part of Dordt University? Well, what do they do for that?
Sure, absolutely. So, to find us, you just go to dordt.edu, and then and over time we're expanding the website and everything to where you can see more about the guild and all the different things we're building there. But that's where you would go there. And just remember that for what we're doing in terms of gaming and Christians is that there's lots of colleges that are doing esports and competitive stuff, and there's other ones that are doing niche things like training if you're interested in going to politics or and creating legislation for gaming and that sort of stuff. That's what they're doing. What we're really doing is focusing on the community aspect, the education, and building student leaders. So that's what kind of sets us apart. And so if any of the stuff I've said is interesting to you, feel free to reach out to me. And like I said, Covenant Church is a gamer friendly, and we're always working to expand that and what that means. But yeah, that's a little bit about us.
Well, yeah, tell us again. So go a little bit more into where is Covenant Church? Where can we find you? Give people an invite. Tell us about Covenant Church.
Sure. So Covenant Church, we're in Sioux Center, which is again in Northwest Iowa. And I'm sorry, what was the other stuff you wanted me to say?
Just give them an invite. Tell them like, are there any events coming up? If anybody wants to come by, something that they can plug into.
Sure. So really, the best way to come is just come during our Sunday services. Like I said, there's lots of us that are, me, the gaming director at Dordt, and there's other ones that are loving games and everything, and just kind of, plug in there, and then from there you can, we'll let you know through the bulletins or other things about the various other events that are going on.
Wonderful. So guys, there you heard it. If you're somebody looking for a college, you can check out Dordt University and Brad Hickey there. And then if you are in the Sioux City area looking for a home church, you can go check out Covenant Christian Reformed Church and see what they got going on. Again, community-based, smaller church, loving tabletop gaming, which is amazing. I love that. A lot of board games, things like that. Go check that out. Brad, thank you again for being here. To all of you in the chat, thank you so much. We love... where is the location? Sioux City, Iowa. Is that correct?
That is Sioux Center. There's actually Sioux City about an hour away, but we're Sioux Center.
Sioux Center, Iowa. And then for Dordt, is that the same, Sioux Center?
Yes, it's in Sioux Center.
Okay, so for both the church and for Dordt University, Covenant Christian Reformed and Dordt University, Sioux Center, Iowa, Wandering Knights. Again, thank you, chat, for being here. I love that each and every one of you are here with us, but always remember that there's a church out there that would love it if you were with them. Thanks again for being here, guys. We'll see you next time.